Well, you don't have to have it.
No, I'll find a software. I just wondered if I would use that.
Yeah, why not?
Alrighty. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Kat from Owling Dog. I love creative arts and restoring old furniture and other items. The time you spend watching this channel is appreciated. I hope you subscribe and like these videos, which helps circulate the content. Feel free to drop a comment. All of these are appreciated. Well, let's go see what's in the barn. Here's a makeover of an old ceramic table I got at Pier 1 way back in the days when it was the old Pier 1. I've had it inside and outside for many years, but now that my oldest has his own house, I want to freshen it up for his garden. It turned out to be in much worse condition than I imagined. I'm working in my son's workshop. I realized when I flipped it over that the legs had detached from the rotting part of the underside of the table. And I thought it would be an easy fix. The screws have rusted into the bottom, and I will find out that much of the outer layer of veneer underneath has rotted as well. At least cleaning off the legs was easy, and they are still in great condition.
No, it doesn't have to be.
You can hear my son working away in the background. He's building a trellis from lattice work in the back for his roses. I'll post a picture at the end. It's difficult to work away from home without knowing where everything is. Also, my son's tools are not dainty and my hands are small. Sometimes this is a challenge. You can see here that the veneer is just falling off the bottom. It's amazing because the top ceramic glass tiles are in perfect condition almost. I got some plastic wood at the local hardware store. Here I am just thinking it's going to take a little bit to fill in where the rotted parts were. And I ended up using the entire can and then adding mortar and plaster on top of that.
That would be nice. I forgot the 48 inches.
I cleaned the
There you
legs
go.
with a little bit of alcohol.
Maybe. Like a smaller thing? Smaller teeth?
I was hoping that the plastic wood might just need a bit of sanding, but I ended up needing to supplement more support with the rest of my spackle. The next project are the planters. I mixed the Spackling Compound with 3 different color paints in 3 different mixtures. Here I'm just adding a little bit of black paint. And this will give me my gray base coat. I don't think my son thought too much about my plan with the planters, but he really liked them when they were done. Here I'm just using a few old chip brushes and dabbing the plaster on. I tossed everything out afterwards. I don't think you definitely wouldn't want to rinse that into your sink, and I didn't even want to rinse it into his backyard, so I just tossed everything. I used up all of the plaster for the most part, and you can see I'm just using old bits of plastic that you might get from a takeout meal. This was really fun though. If you haven't tried it, you should. There's no wrong way to do it, and it dries really quickly. I would say it took about 3/4 of a cup of spackle for each medium planter, and I barely used any for the small one.
Okay. On 2.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Here's the second color. I would say it's really a beige color. It looks yellow in the camera. It's not too yellow. You could actually use a scraper to apply this as well. Let's try a third color. Let's try a third color. And this is more of a light green. My Tom is always busy. I used the leftover spackle to help seal and smooth the bottom of the table over the plastic wood. So just waiting for this to dry and seal in the bottom, at least for another season, you know? So I'm also going to spray the side band of the table with the copper paint. And I was using the black spray paint underneath, so I taped around everything to keep it even. This actually wasn't the best spraying can that I've ever used. I don't know how long it sat around before I tried using it, but I was glad that I at least got one coat underneath. And that's all it really needed. I covered the tiles with a paper bag and tape so I could spray the copper. But after I had trouble getting the new wood pucks under the table legs, I ended up cracking these tiles in 2 places. I was so sad. I did fill it with the plaster, and now you can't tell. This is where I ended up cracking through the front of the table.
thank you for watching the video. This week I did a couple of makeovers of lawn things. One little item that I had was a ceramic tile table that I wanted to give to my son so he could use it in his yard, and he hasn't been a homeowner too long, so, and he has loads of plants, and it was still pretty. The glass was still pretty on the top, the metal was pretty. I just refreshed it a little bit with the same color bronze paint, and but when I looked at the bottom, I realized what terrible condition it was in. So I had to fix that. It was more than I anticipated, but I think it's pretty solid. Not sure if I got a good picture of the underneath, but it's a spackle and mortar, and then a coat of Rustoleum paint just to seal it in. If he gets a season or two out of it, I'll be really happy. So, and then we did the planters. So took a couple of old planters and did a cement type finish on it with 3 colors. And yeah, they're really pretty. I got some flowers to put in it. And yeah, stay tuned for more pictures, and also a little shot of my son's rose garden that he just put in this year with a trellis. So thank you again. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I wish you all good and beautiful things.